Hey, welcome back. Hoosier Nation. It's in the blood, fans, Bengal Nation, everybody that stops in and shows up to support our channel and our venture in this big game today. Yeah, Evan, the first word I see there is hype. And that's what it's all about, man. It's all about hype. As we as fans, people that love the teams that we support, it's all about the hype. It's all about coming together, joining together, and promoting and supporting what we love. There's a lot of love in this channel for a lot of different teams. And, we don't begrudge anybody for who they love. So I got love for this Illinois team as well today because they are probably my pick to be the most complete team in the conference. Starting down inside with Mr. Kofi Coburn. What an absolute stud. He's big, he's bulky, he's a true center. And you know what? In this conference of the Big Ten, you need a guy with muscle down there. You need a guy that can push people around, that can affect inside play, man. That's what it's all about. So, I mean, when you can take away that portion of somebody's game with just a presence, that changes the whole outlook. Do you think any team is going to shoot 60% from three-point range and win basketball games every night? It can happen on occasion. It can happen, more than once. But on the day-to-day, if you can control the inside. Oh, it is a Hoosier site, bro. Just having a little bit of talk here. If you think you can control a game basically based on, what teams do, and that's why Illinois is tough. That's why they're a tough out today. However, getting to the other side of that, Mr. Forrest, when it comes to our inside play, today I really feel, I was getting to my point, is that Michael Durr has to be in a part of this game today. Michael Durr has that physicality underneath. He has the ability to affect Illinois' inside game. And I think he is not our best offensive presence down there, but he does give us good minutes in this game because when you play day to day, you've got to have some legs coming down the stretch. And I really feel like he's got to be a big part of today's game affecting Kofi Coburn. Forrest, would you agree with that statement that somebody's got to put a body on Kofi today and put some pressure on him to give us a good chance on the inside portion of the game? Outside portion of the game, it's all about defense. Trent Frazier's a stud out there. You got to defend him. You can't leave him open to shoot. They've got several other guys that can really upset the balance of a game from the three-point line. But it all starts underneath. Our three bigs have got to win underneath today for us to effectively win this game. So Trace, Race, and you know what? I'm even going to throw Geronimo in there because Geronimo's hype off the bench. That's another terminology we're going to use today. Hype off the bench. Geronimo. The one thing I noticed about yesterday's game that really struck me more than anything, there was better balance in minutes for the team. Trace played a little excessive. I didn't get to watch the game yesterday because some of us got to work. But going on down below that, after the balance of minutes there, you got I noticed that Parker Stewart, whose defense is pretty poor most of the time, only played 13 minutes in the game, and our result was better in the second half. I love Parker's shooting ability. I feel he's a little slow on the defensive end. It's not that he's not aggressive. I just feel he's a step slower than everybody else. And Trey Galloway fills that void pretty good. You really like his hype. Oh, that was weird. But back with that all being said, this team has got a lot to play for today. They've got everything on their side. Xavier Johnson has dropped the punk attitude that I thought he carried most of the season. And he's been playing basketball with drive and commitment. Have you seen the look on his face? He's focused. That kid once he gets focused, he's a great asset. And we got to have him today. We've got to have a little bit of outside shooting beyond that. Rob Fennessy's got to step up. And I don't remember, but I don't think we had Fennessy the first time around against Illinois. Fennessy plays Frazier pretty tight. So I think our two guards out there stopping their point is going to be important. And I'm really psyched. I was so mad yesterday. I was at work. I looked down at the score. down 16 points. I was like, what the? Well, I went back and I picked up my phone again a little bit later, and I looked up. Well, it's down to 4. That's it, bro. I know, and I'm sorry that I upset. I'm sorry that I upset Forrest a little bit ago, but I was just talking about how complete this Illinois team is and what kind of effort we got to put forth to win. Very similar to yesterday. Hunter Dickinson's a different animal, but our guys, Trace Jackson Davis, somebody flipped the switch on him in the second half. I went back and I got to watch a portion of the game, and basically I was told not to watch the first, 25, 30 minutes of the game, and then just turn on the last 15 or last 13 of the second half. So I did. But I saw a different Trace Jackson Davis. I saw a different version, of this team yesterday. Today, I'm back on my subs kick. I think Michael Durr has to play a few more minutes today. I feel like he's got to get in here and affect Kofi Coburn. And I'm not breaking stuff today, Creek. Nice to see you, bro. Thank you for stopping in today, because I'm really hyped to watch this game. I'm really hyped for my friends that are in here to be in here with me, and let's chat it up a little bit. Also, you know what? I got it out there. Come Sunday, win or lose, that win over Michigan yesterday really jumped us up quite a few notches. So I really feel like that if we play well, if we don't play garbage basketball, if we play well, we are going to make the tournament. And honestly, everybody's hey, look at that. Michael DeCourcy has IU as the last team in the tournament right now. I don't think a loss to Illinois affects that. But I want to win today's game, and we're going to sit here and call it as best that we can. I really want to see Michael Durr get some minutes, and I want to see him get out there and be physical on Kofi Coburn. I want to see him upset his balance of play, and I want to see what that does for this team. I want to see Trace get a few minutes today on the bench. He needs to get a little bit of rest, because tomorrow, if you can win today, tomorrow's a winnable game. Yeah, yesterday, a lot of the teams that were right on the bubble lost. Florida, Wake Forest. Yes, Creek. See, man, you speak my language, dude. Yeah, you're right, and that's it. So, but you know what? Race Thompson comes out. Race Thompson did not play well in the Illinois game before, if you remember correctly. And so, you know what? I think we're a much stronger team today. And that second half, we're going to go back to my previous complaints. My second half, at about the 13-minute mark, our guys were whipped. They were tired. That's good, bro. I mean, I have a blast doing it. I'm glad you guys are, you get to watch it. What's up, Matt? Nice to see you, bro. Hoping for a big-time game today from our stars. I want to see everybody play well and get us into that semifinal round, get us back to the big dance, and start a new set a tradition for the state of Indiana, get us rebuilding what we lost. And right now I'm on the Parker Stewart and Miller Kopp better show up today. It's a big time game. They need to play big time basketball. Race is the glue, man. He's the guy that no matter who's playing bad, no matter how the game is going, he's always putting forth the effort and playing well. They're calling starting lineups as of right now. And you know what? I'm wound up today, man. I haven't been able to be here the last couple games. I got home middle of the first half in the Purdue game, and I just didn't feel right turning on a broadcast at that point. I thought they played well in the Purdue game. I felt like they played very good basketball in that game, and I was disappointed that they lost on the road, but I wasn't disappointed how they played, if that makes sense. This is it, bro. This is all about today. It's all about getting out here and performing. It's out here about doing your job, limiting your negative plays, and getting a little bit out in transition to keep them off balance, and rebounding. Rebounding is another huge stat today that's going to play a big part in the outcome of this game. Position, rebounding, moving without the basketball on offense. There's a lot of key little factors today, but this team is coming together. We're as strong as we've been in a while. Let's go out here and play good basketball today like we know we can. All right, they're getting ready to start the game. Coburn is on the screen. That is a big dude. I wish Trace would bulk up a little bit. I'd like to see that. Race has become a specimen out there. And that kid right there, Trent Frazier, is a stud. These guys are all fired up. Illinois has been sitting down for a few days. Let's jump all over them and get the lead and take off in this game. Let's go, IU. All right, here we go. Trace and Coburn are up to jump for center. The tip is controlled by Illinois. Not a lot of effort on that jump ball. Trent Frazier brings the ball across the timeline. Oops. Xavier Johnson's in tow. Gets the handoff. They're running a little bit of weave. Everybody's switching. There's a three right off the get-go from Illinois, and he buries it off the dribble. Really sweet shot. Guy was going the wrong direction. Number 11 for Illinois. I got to remember the name. So, Alfonso Plummer, all third team Big Ten. Buries the three to start the game. Good way for Illinois to start. Here we go. We're going to try to get it inside. We get it inside to Trace. Trace goes up against Coburn, goes up, rolls off, and rolls it right past him and puts it in. 3-2 Illinois. Here comes Frazier back the other way. Frazier's going to push. He's going to stop. He's going to hand it off. He's going to rotate. There's a switch. Back over to the other side. Drives. Back out to Frazier. Another three up. And God dang, 2 threes in a row for Illinois. These guys are ready to play, so here's what you do. You got to withstand the charge. Keep the game in your pace, and don't give them anything. Don't give them anything to build a momentum off of. Race is down low. Race is working up. He's going to put up the little baby hook off the back of the rim. There's a rebound to Illinois. Good defense by Illinois. Here we come back the other way. Frazier's looking to dribble penetrate. He feeds the other side. Drives around, back to the left. Over to the right, down to Coburn on the block. Come in and double. Don't foul. Coburn puts it up. No good off the glass. Trace gets the rebound out to Xavier. Coming back the other way. Feeds Race on the block. Race is going to push it. He's down there. He's going to roll. Looks, rotates around, puts it up off the glass. No good. Good defense by number 33 from Illinois. Keep him in good position. Here we go. Frazier gets around Xavier. He's got Trace on him now. Trace has got Coburn. Coburn switches to Race Thompson. There's the pick. Parker Stewart got his hand in on the ball, but he didn't finish out. Rotates it around. Frazier's got it out high. Looking. Rotates the other way, trying to get a three. Drives the lane. Feeds and throws it away. Good defense. No tip ball. IU basketball. 17:51 to go. 6-2. The 1 seed has won this tournament 9 of 21 times. Well, let's stop that today. Make it 9 of 22. Got to guard Frazier. Absolutely. X brings it across the timeline, hands it to Parker. Parker's got a pick. He's going to rotate around. Race resets up high with Xavier. Over to Parker in the corner. He's going to dribble drive. He's going to put up the shot. Parker Stewart gets his first baseline drive shot to go. 6-4 Illinois. 17:30 to go in the half. Here comes Frazier back across the timeline. It looks like they're starting to settle in. Frazier's got it. He rotates it around to the right, gets it to Coburn on a block. Don't foul. Oh, and he fouled. You don't have to foul him when you've got good position, but Trace is going to pick up his first foul. And this can't be a theme today. You can't let Coburn get that deep on Trace and foul. And I hope that they kind of swap that around because Coburn's just too big against Trace. Trace has to just kind of hold his position and not reach. Kofi shoots his free throw, and it's good. You see Michael Durr is really close to Woodson on the bench today. First quarterfinal appearance for Indiana since 2017. That's a long time. That's too long. Second free throw is also good. 8-4. Illinois has us doubled off so far. 17-10 to go in the first half. Be resilient, fellas. Xavier's going to dribble drive. He's going to get to the baseline. He throws it across to Race. Race traveled. He's backing his guy in again. Race is 0-for-2. Puts up the little floater, and he hits it. Race gets his first shot to go down, 6-8. Race Thompson closes the gap to within 2. Here comes Frazier on offense. He's going to hand it off. He's going to drive all the way in the lane. Shot goes up. No good. Cop with the rebound. Here comes Xavier. X is going to push a little bit in transition. He gets his pocket pick, but he gets it back. Over to Cop in the corner for 3. Miller Cop buries the 3 from the left corner. Nice pass by X. Indiana's got its first lead of the game at 9-8. Pushing the ball over around the horn. Frazier gets it into the corner. Plummer's got it. Plummer's going to drive. He's going to get all the way. He loses his footing, picks the ball back up, misses the shot. And there is a defensive rebound by Xavier Johnson right there. He's going to bring it back up. He's got his head up. There's the pick. Trace almost picked up a cheap foul there. Almost another one. Xavier's going to pull up for 18 and bury it. 11-8 IU, 15:53 to go in the first half. Illinois has 3 subs sitting over there on the sideline ready to come in. Frazier shoots. Misses it. No good from 3. There's the long rebound. Trace fighting with Coburn for it, and he comes up with it. There's a scramble ball that he gets it. Here comes Xavier walking the ball across the timeline. Double pick. Looking to get around Frazier. Nothing doing. Frazier plays good defense. Trace gets the ball on the block. He's a little pushed out by Coburn. He's going to back him in. He's going to put up the little baby hook and sink it. Coburn cannot defend that cross in the middle play. He doesn't have the athleticism. 13-8 IU. We're on a nice run here, a 9-0 run. Frazier hands it off. Cop's playing tough D out high. There is goes Plummer, drives around. He's going to throw it. That should have been a travel. There's going to be a foul on Miller Cop. Fouling Coburn. We're going to come to our first timeout. IU on an early 9-0 run here, all fueled by defensive rebounding, good shot selection. You know, you watched that. Did you see how that works? Lauren O'Reilly, what's up, dear? Nice to see you stopping in today. Smash the like. Let's get 50 likes in here today for this game. 13-8. No, she's an Illinois fan. Oh, I forgot you're from over there. You know what, Lauren? You got nothing to worry about with your team. They're a good basketball team. I don't hate Illinois. But Indiana, buddy, he's on it. He's definitely bleeding it. I don't hate Illinois. There's a couple teams in the Big Ten I dislike a lot, but Illinois is not one of them. But nice to see you, Lauren. Thank you for hanging out today. You got some talented ball players on that team and very well coached, so you got a lot to be proud of. Looking at the way this is rolling so far today, it's a game of runs. Oh, they switched. I caught them switching my scoreboard up. Got to get that fixed. So ESPN does that every now and again. They change the way my scoreboard works, and I have to fix it. No, but you know what? I listen, when it comes tournament time, after this season's over, when it comes tournament time, I root for the Big Ten teams. I like to pick the Big Ten teams in my brackets, and there's a couple in this conference that I think really have a chance to make deep runs if they can just keep it together. And Illinois, Purdue, and you know, I even got I got this thing about you know, I feel like Wisconsin can get beat any given Sunday, but I feel like Illinois and Purdue have the ability to beat anybody handily, and that's real important. Okay, well, it's nice to know that you were there. You know, I used to be, John, in the 90s. I used to be a Reggie Miller Pacers fan. I loved it when Victor Oladipo went there. But I've grown just unattached to them lately. There's nothing there that makes me want to watch them. The only team in the NBA I've been watching this year a little bit is I've been watching Memphis because I like Ja Morant. But I do like the Pacers. I just wish they'd get it together. Oh, that's cool. Well, Lauren, I do appreciate you being here. And you know what? I'm not a hard-nosed fan. I'm going to say best of luck for having a good game today. Yeah, you know, I mean, this Big Ten is so competitive. It's all about matchups. Because have you noticed this year that certain teams play certain teams well? Illinois is a matchup nightmare for most teams. There's only a few teams in here. Yeah, I know, Alex. I'm sorry. I love John Morant. I just love his athleticism. I like the way he plays the game. But yeah, Illinois is one of those teams that if you don't match up against well, they can beat you like a drum. The other team in this bracket that's dangerous today is Iowa. Iowa's got some tremendous amount of athleticism on that team, and it doesn't matter who they play; they're going to play their game. I like Zion too. Zion reminds me of a more athletic Coburn, honestly. All right, here Coburn's back to the free throw line. Here we go, 14:59, and he sinks the first free throw. That ends a 9-0 run. Coburn's on for the second shot. And it rims out no good. Missed his first free throw of the game. Here comes Indiana back across the timeline. Win it all is in Big Ten or the big dance, James. Xavier comes across the timeline. Trace is out high with the basketball. Shoot the three, Trace. I want Trace to shoot a three. That's what I want. One. Trace has got the ball. He's going to drive on Coburn. He's going to get inside. He's going to go underneath and around. Back up. Coburn, good hands. Ball's loose. Race Thompson picks it up. Goes up for the layup and misses the layup. And that was a bunny that should have went down. There's a tip out. Here comes Illinois. Trying to get Coburn on the block. They get it down to him on the block. There's the double team. Don't foul. There's a strip. And, Race Thompson's going to get called for the strip for the reach. Dude, I like the Bulls, John. They're a solid team. I like the momentum that they got. I'll watch playoffs. Alex likes Dallas and Phoenix. Oh, dude, I'm stoked about baseball. Here comes the inbound. He gets it in. There's going to be a long three shot. That's hard off the back iron. Kopp will block out, control the rebound. Michael Durr is in the game, and Coburn is out. Okay, that doesn't make sense to me, but okay. Xavier's got it out high. Parker's running the baseline. They're running sets of picks on the baseline, and there's an illegal. Nope. I thought it was going to be an illegal pick. They're going to call a makeup call here, I believe. I don't know. That felt like a bad pick to me. 13-9. There's the inbound to Parker. He's going to dribble drive. Curbelo is on him. I know him. I can't miss that hair. That dude's got some hair. Xavier's got it out wide. He's going to feed into Race on the block. Race loses it. He picks it back up, feeds it back across court. Miller Kopp shoots the three. Short off the front iron. Curbelo with the rebound. There's the hard outlet pass to Frazier. Frazier's going to throw the alley-oop, and he misses the dunk. Nobody got back on defense. Number 4 for Illinois ran the floor solid. Xavier's got it out high. He's going to go around the pick from Durr. Double pick by Race. He's going to go up for the layup. He's going to put it up off the glass. No good. Good defense by Illinois. They control the rebound. Here comes Curbelo pushing. Outlet pass up court. He's going to drive, go up for the layup. He shoots a floater. It's shots affected. Kopp comes down with the rebound. Very good defense on both sides of the ball right now. Everybody's playing hard. Xavier's going to drive. He's going to get to the basket, put it up off the glass. That's a bad shot, Xavier. Here comes Curbelo the other way. Oh, Curbelo, the behind-the-back move, no good. Curbelo gets his own rebound, and he's going to get the foul, and Race Thompson's going to pick up. Looks like number 2. Curbelo with the sweep behind-the-back move goes right around Parker Stewart, but misses the bunny. It hangs on the rim. No doubt. That ball just hung on that rim too long. But look at this, the different aspect of the second team from Illinois coming in. These guys want to push. They just weren't connecting. They could have been on a nice run right now if it weren't for missed shots. And they aren't going to miss shots like that the whole game. Curbelo's at the line. He's got 2 shots coming. Yeah. 13-10. Oh, Race is on the bench already with 2 fouls. That's going to bring Geronimo in. And second free throw is no good. Geronimo clears the rebound. I hadn't noticed before, but Geronimo's wearing a brace on his knee. Was that there yesterday? Durr has the ball at the top of the key. He's going to hand it off to Xavier. Haven't seen Fennessy yet. Xavier's going to put it up. He's going to get blocked. Xavier's pushing too hard to be the scorer right now. He needs to facilitate. Galloway's got the ball, gets to the rim, and scores it. Trey Galloway with a nice layup, 15-10 IU. Here comes Curbelo. I like that kid. I like the way he plays. He's very smooth. Rotates the ball around the horn. There's a long three by Plummer, no good. Kopp with another rebound. Kopp is affecting the board. Oh, yeah, we need Rob Fennessy in the game. He is at the scorer's bench. He's getting ready to give Xavier Johnson a break. Oh, and there he goes again. Xavier Johnson is pushing too hard right now. He tries to drive. He falls down. They're going to call Curbelo for the foul, and we're going to go to timeout, I believe. Trey Galloway with the nice layup there for Indiana. Nice to see him back. And by the way, everybody, sorry for the poor thumbnail today. I just got here to sit down to do this. I just sat down to do this, and I just found the first thing I could find with the Big Ten tournament. Yeah, Lauren, Illinois, they need to I was bringing that up earlier. This is going to be a game that's controlled by rebounding. Everybody's going to – when two teams play pretty decent defense, rebounding becomes the next stat that's important. And in this game right now, it's going to be rebounding because everybody's getting a hand in the face. So rebounding is definitely going to be a key. I've got to get – I wasn't really ready to rock when we started today. I was trying to get there. Let me get to ESPN really fast here. These 11:30 games kind of aren't much fun. Thank you guys for being here at 11:53 on a Friday too. That's awesome. That's a lot of fans that are around watching this game today. There it is, full box score. Miller Kopp, 4 rebounds and 3 points. That's the kind of game I was talking for out of him. But Lauren, you're absolutely correct. 11 rebounds to 6. We've almost doubled him off in rebounding, and right now we have a 5-point lead. So that's about how, that's a true indicator. Neither team's really turning the ball over. Everybody's taking care of it. Illinois is doing a better job of not fouling. Yeah, no doubt. I saw that yesterday, and I was disappointed because I had to work, and I knew today I would be able to be here and not work. So, hey, John, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming in. We're working on getting some more content rolling again for everybody. It's just been a little bit of a process here. We're kind of in transition mode. Hopefully I get a little bit more time off. That's what I'm looking for. A little bit of time to watch some basketball, start talking about some USFL, all that good stuff too. NFL's been nuts lately. What do you all think about Russ being a Bronco? AFC West now has Russell Wilson and Khalil Mack is back. Alex is pulling her hair out over there about how deep that conference is getting. Yeah, we're gonna work it out. Alex and I just work a lot. We do, and to get together sometimes it's kind of difficult. We're working it out though. We have a blast doing it. Yeah, see, Geronimo's got that knee brace on today, but he didn't have it on yesterday. They let Geronimo put the tag up to move them up on the bracket. That's kind of cool. Very good game yesterday, and I got to admit, yeah, they did. But you know what? That's what teams feel like they have to do right now after what the Rams have done. Teams are going to go that route. Washington jumping all over Carson Wentz kind of shocked me, though. Makes me think that Garoppolo may be going somewhere else. They're already getting pushy in the pick line here. The stack play. Here we go. There's the outlet to Galloway on the inbound. Galloway's going to drive. He's going to get inside, and he falls down. Geronimo goes up, and he throws it past Durr, who was going up for the rebound when Coburn come to effect the play. Here comes Curbelo the other direction. Not a bad play by Geronimo. Durr wasn't thinking about it. Durr on Coburn. Coburn puts it up. No good. Good defense and rebound by Durr. That's what I'm talking about right there. Here comes Galloway the other way. He hands it off to Durr. Durr's going to give it back to Galloway. Galloway gets it to Fennessy. Fennessy finally gets to touch. He's going to drive, and he's going to get it around the horn to Galloway. Nobody's shooting right now. 14 on the shot clock. Durr gets it on the block. He's going to take the 8-footer. No good. Defensive rebound for Illinois. Here they come back the other way. Slight push. Pulls up across the timeline. Almost travel with the ball. Curbelo's trying to get around Galloway. Nothing doing. Feeds it down on the block to number 33. I always forget this kid's name. Turn around. And Geronimo's going to get called for the foul. That is Hawkins for Illinois. Yeah, Chicago didn't really help themselves. With Khalil Mack did not give them what they expected when they traded for him. And first free throw is long. Missed free throws really are something that'll set your mentality back. Trent Frazier's back in the game now as Illinois continues their substitution rotation. I'm looking to see some Tamar Bates here soon. Well, he needs to get a few minutes in. See how he's playing today. And second free throw is good. Illinois cuts the lead back to 4. Tamar Bates, as I say it, Tamar Bates comes in. Here we go. Miller Kopp, after playing a very good first 9 minutes of the game, comes out. Here comes Fennessy across the timeline. Fennessy needs to exact some will today. Needs to be a good ball player. Live up to your potential, young man. Durr hands it over to Fennessy. Fennessy's going to drive. He's going to pull up for the 12-footer. Soft off the rim, no good. Coburn with the rebound. Here comes Curbelo. Curbelo and Frazier on the floor at the same time scares me to death. Plummer's got it. He rotates it around to Hawkins. Hawkins to Frazier. Frazier's going to reset the offense with 17 on the shot clock at the top. He's going to try to get around Galloway. There's the pick. Nothing doing. Goes back the other way. Feeds it over to Plummer for 3. And that's an air ball. Here comes Tamar Bates with the rebound. He's got a slight push going. Bates comes across the timeline. He's going to get inside the three-point line and drive in. Put up a 13-footer. Tamar Bates, soft off the rim, no good. Coburn with another rebound. Little quick on the shot, Tamar. Little quick on the shot, but that's okay. Frazier gets all the way to the hoop and scores. And Michael Durr is going to get called for the foul on that. Team fouls are racking up. I show it as 6, I believe, right now. (15-13) after the layup with Frazier. Frazier's going to get the and 1. That is 5 team fouls, it looks like. No, that says 6. My scoreboard's wrong. Frazier's going to shoot the free throw. Should be money. Absolutely. 1-point ball game. Halfway through the half, and we're back to a 1-point game. This game is going to be this way the whole way. It's going to be tight. And whoever has the most legs at the end will win. Inbound to Fennessy, who's going to bring the ball across the timeline. Gets it across to Galloway. Galloway's going to set and run the point. Fennessy's off wide right. Trace is back in the game at the top of the key. Hands it off to Galloway. Galloway's going to drive, put up the layup, and score. Galloway faked Coburn out. Coburn kind of bit on the ball fake, and Galloway gets an easy 2. 17-14 IU. 9:32 to go in the first half. Coburn's got on the block. Don't foul. Easy layup right there. No help defense comes. You can't let him get it that deep. Coburn with the basket. 17-16. Galloway drives the lane, hands it off to Trace. Trace back to Galloway. Galloway's going to drive and put up another layup. Galloway scores. Galloway getting in the lane is affecting the way this game is being played right now. Plummer can't handle him. There goes Frazier. Frazier's going all the way to the hoop. He misses the layup, but there's Coburn for the tip in. Nobody blocked him out. That's the way Coburn affects the game, rebounding and being right there at the basket. 19-18 Illinois, 8:50 to go in the first half. Galloway's going to slow it down a little bit. He's going to feed it to Trace at the free throw line. Trace back to Fennessy. Fennessy's going to dribble drive. Nothing doing. Loses his dribble, hands off to Geronimo. Geronimo goes up for the dunk and is going to get the foul on Coburn. Geronimo being aggressive, going to the basket off the feed from Fennessy, draws a foul on Kofi Coburn. That is only Illinois' third team foul. Coburn was going to take the charge, and then he decided to try to block it. Yeah, Von Miller has stated that he wanted to go back to Denver. Yeah, he did. You got to love his aggressiveness, though, and what he thinks he can do. First free throw is good. Jordan Geronimo extends the lead back to 2. Coburn would have had the charge. All he had to do was stand still. He decided to try to block it. Yeah, I know, man. I gotta love that stuff, though, man. You gotta love that I'm Superman mentality. And the second free throw is off the back rim, and it bounces in. Coburn goes to the bench. Good time for Indiana, the last 8:30 here to play some good D and without the big man in. Makes Trace the most formidable guy on the floor, and Race Thompson's getting a lot of minutes to rest with those 2 fouls. Probably doesn't want to be there, but nice layup attempt, no good. Rebound by Trace Jackson Davis. Instantly, the paint is closed without Coburn in there. Galloway feeds Trace. Trace gets his pocket picked by Frazier. Here comes the fast break. Frazier feeds it off to the right. Plummer goes up, misses the layup. Oh, my God, what was he thinking? Here's the outlet to Galloway. Galloway back the other direction. Feeds it to Fennessy on the corner for 3. No. Here we come back the other way. Frazier's got the ball out high. Tamar Bates in tow. There's the pick. He gets it over. There's a long 3 by Plummer. He sunk it. Tie ball game. 7:37 to go. Fennessy comes across the timeline, and they are going to take a timeout. Jonathan, how do the Rams rebuild in free agency? Well, there's a couple words that you got to think that you can do here while we're on commercial break since you asked. So first thing that they have to do is they look to go, since I don't know what their cap issue is, where they're at, but the terminology restructuring contracts is it's doing that thing. Lauren, let me fix it real fast. There we go. Sorry about that. It locks up on me at times. Wow, that's cool.
Works out.
That's beautiful together. So yeah, so what they got to do, the first thing they have to do in free agency, John, is sit down with players and see how many they can restructure their contracts with to help with the salary cap. So they've got to go through, and guys, they need to restructure contracts, make people ask for some pay cuts. You're welcome, Lauren. You know, whether they take a pay cut, whether they convert some of their salary to signing bonuses for the next year in order to get that cap number down. Once they get that cap number in a reasonable mode, then they can start shopping. But I'm sure that they're going to try to restructure some contracts. And then you got to look and you got to evaluate who's on your team and what their value is on the free agent market. So, for example, if you got somebody on a 3-year contract that's a $16 million cap hit, but there's somebody out there with equal value, you've got 2 dates on the calendar that you can release by to set up, where you have more money available and where you can save money, and then you can save money against the cap that way. But, being that they don't have picks, I don't even know that it's so much. Stafford's pay is not a cap hurt. If you look at his contract, he really doesn't hurt that much against the cap. He doesn't get paid like Rodgers or Mahomes or anybody like that. Josh Allen, his cap hit's not as bad. That was a really solid deal that they gave up there. But there's certain guys on that roster that can do that. Von Miller, being a free agent, whatever. There's a lot of ways that they can save money. And I'm telling you what, I'm sure, Sean McVay's teaching methods are going out over the course of the NFL. All his assistants are becoming head coaches. Everybody's going to play the same game, and they're going to implement what they've learned from him. So, he's just got to worry about restaffing his staff, and he's got to worry about finding ways to be efficient in free agency, figuring out who's worth keeping and who's not. I know a lot of times teams have players that they would like to keep, but their cap hit becomes bigger and bigger as their career goes on and makes it tough. Looking at the bracket today, the quarterfinals, this Iowa-Rutgers game today, I might do one more game today. Right now, I've kind of got an affinity for the Penn State-Purdue game tonight at 9 o'clock. Right now, DeCourcy has, Boston College lost on Wednesday, or Demon Deacons lost on Wednesday, and that puts them they were in the last four in. Indiana should be a little better up on that list. We'll see how it works out. Trace has got the ball. Looks like most of the starters are back on the floor except for Ray. Oh, no, actually. Trace gets inside, puts up the layup, misses it, and he was out of bounds with the basketball when it come tipped. Made a good move, didn't score. Illinois got a chance to take over the lead back here. Let me get things switched around here really fast back to where I can see. There we go. Oops, what did I do? There it is. Yeah, that number's coming down for making the tournament on the poll. Corbello's got it out high, hands off to Frazier. Frazier pulls up for three, hard off the back iron. Them dribble threes aren't the best thing for Illinois right now. Here comes Xavier Johnson. Xavier and Finney are on the floor at the same time, which is kind of nice to see. Feeds the alley-oop to Trace. Trace misses the dunk. Floated it up there a little hard. Indiana's a little out of sorts, but I think that's Illinois' defense. Corbello goes all the way to the hoop. Misses, comes back. Here comes Plummer. Feeds it off. Plummer for three. Nope. He dribble drives, trying to get inside. Puts up the shot. Short off the rim. Galloway controls the rebound. Here comes Indiana. A lot of back and forth in this game. They're going to wear out my vocal cords. Galloway's on the left wing. He's going to dribble drive to the baseline. He picks up his dribble and feeds it back out high to Xavier Johnson. 6:14 to go in the half, 21-21. Johnson to Finney on the right side. Corbello in tow. Finney's going to feed to Trace on the block. Trace is going to go. He hits Xavier. Xavier looks for his shot. Defender comes out. Finney on the wing for three. Up over the backboard, off the back rim. And the ball gets stuck behind the goal. 5:56 to go. Yeah, that's the story for both teams right now, Lauren. Both of these teams, their last time out, had huge deficits. We're as far as Indiana goes, we're finally they can't get it out. They're trying to get the ball out. As far as Indiana goes, we haven't been at full health in quite some time. Finney missed 10 games. Galloway's missed almost that same amount with two different injuries. We've had disciplinary actions that lost us 5 for the Northwestern game. We've had a lot of downs this year. Michael Durr has been suspended multiple times. Oh, there is a block, and what a rebound by number 33 for Illinois and put back after Coburn got stuffed under the basket. Trace Jackson-Davis got the block, and Hawkins got the putback. Illinois is back in front for the first time since it was 8-6. Galloway shoots the floater. Good defense by Corbello. Here comes Illinois. Frazier's going to push. Pulls up for a transition three. Buried it. 5-point lead for Illinois. And just like that, when you let them get out in transition, Plummer sunk it. That's where Illinois is tough. Their bench is coming alive right now. Alfonso Plummer has 3 points made per game. He leads the Big Ten. Finney feeds it around the horn to Johnson. Johnson's going to drive. Pulls up from 18. Johnson buries it. Cuts the lead back to 3. Here comes Illinois straight out. Back up the sideline. Frazier's going to slow it down at the timeline. Frazier's getting ready to go around the pick. Miller Kopp is in tow. He gets the switch. He feeds Plummer. Plummer's going to shoot another one. Short off the front rim. No good. But the long rebound comes to Curbelo. Everybody stopped. I thought the whistle blew. Hawkins is trying to pass it around. There's the steal. Oh, Galloway got the tip, but Frazier was in good position to pick it back up. It would have been a fast break. Trent Frazier got Xavier Johnson on him. There's a tipped ball by Fennessy. Oh, Fennessy knocked it on the baseline when he tried to get the steal. Yeah, Illinois in transition. That transition three is all about your momentum. He is an excellent three-point shooter. He looks for his shot. He's very aggressive. They got 30 on the shot clock here. Or 2-1. There is a long three by Hawkins. That's an air ball. Here comes Indiana on the fast break. Xavier's going to push. He's going to get inside the basket. Throws back out to Fennessy. Fennessy will reset. Hits it to Trace inside. Trace with the dunk. Hawkins is crying for a foul, but I don't think there was anything there. I think he just fell. No foul called. Here comes Indiana down 1. Illinois back across the timeline. Frazier slows the offense back down. I got a comment about that when we go to the next break. Frazier tries to drive. He loses it off his foot. Hits Coburn on the block. Coburn puts up the shot, and he hits the baby hook coming across the middle. Kofi Coburn definitely affecting the middle of this game when he's in there. Xavier's going to bring the ball across the timeline. Coburn's got 9 points in the half, 5 rebounds. Solid performance. Tennessee's going to try to drive, and he's going to get reached upon, puts up the layup, and he scores it, gets around Curbelo. Curbelo reached, Tennessee went around him. 1-point game, 3:15 to go in the half. Illinois 28, IU 27. My scoreboard keeps jacking up, Lauren. And it's behind, so I don't feel so bad. Holly Winchell playing a little hooky from work right now. I wish I was playing hooky. This is my normal day off, but I've got work to do as soon as I'm done here. Yeah, I look up, and my scoreboard freezes at times. It's still not correct. It's still 1 play behind. Nice to see you, Holly. We were talking some football earlier. It seems like everybody's trying to beef up that AFC West. How does that make you feel? You're going to have Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack coming at you from the Chargers, and then you're going to have Russell Wilson at QB for the Broncos. Man, that AFC West is going to be tight. Effectively, everybody's picked for the 4th quarterback in that league right now is Derek Carr, and Derek Carr took his team to the playoffs last year. That's some pretty high standards being set. You know what? I think these people in the NFC got it made. I think that's what I honestly believe. Rodgers stayed in Green Bay because the AFC is way too tight. It is great because you know what? If you can play well within your division, which look at Kansas City. They do play well within that division. If you go 4-2 in that division, you're going to be a Super Bowl contender regardless. Hey, Lauren, much love. I appreciate you, dear. Alex does too. We love it when you stop in. Hey, it's going to be a good game, so keep your fingers crossed. No ill will. Yeah, it's going to be great competition. I think it's, I think all these AFC teams, because that's where all the cap money's at right now. Free agency is going to be huge for these AFC teams. I think the NFC is going to have a down season next year, minus Green Bay, the Rams. And right now I'm trying to figure out who the 3rd team in the NFC is going to be right now. Yeah, there's a lot to be said there. You're not going to have where you can afford to play in a stretch like that. None of these teams can. And you know what? And you got to remember, our Bengals were a marginal offensive, a bad offensive line, a decent at time defense, but we've got to improve as well. I mean, Baltimore, their whole roster was on injured reserve for most of the year. They still almost made the playoffs. Crippled Ben Roethlisberger made it to the playoffs. I mean, there's a lot of good teams in that AFC. And then, nobody's talking about Belichick. You're going to get Mac Jones in his second season. What's that going to bring? I mean, you just don't know. And then Buffalo with Josh Allen, they're reloading as well. I'm not sure what's going to happen in Miami right now. I know they picked a really interesting guy for a head coach. Different. Yeah, they're gonna draft and they're gonna go free agency as well. Look for one of those 2 Tampa Bay guys. Look for one of those 2 Tampa Bay offensive linemen to come to Cincinnati, and look for them to either get the center or draft a center in the draft. And they need to center, right tackle, right guard for sure. Curbelo is at the free throw line. 3:04 to go in the half. Free throw is up, and it is good. Illinois only has 3 team fouls. I don't understand how that happens where the foul calling can be so lopsided in a game. Officials should call it the same both ways. I feel like that's not quite right. Second free throw is good. Curbelo sinks it in. Illinois has a 3-point lead. 3 minutes to go in the half. Excellent half played thus far. We'll go over some statistics here in a little bit. Xavier's going to bring it across the timeline. He's going to try to get some dribble penetration. He feeds Kopp. Kopp gets inside. There was a travel. Didn't call it. And there's a turnover. Trace loses the ball in the pants. Here comes Frazier the other way. Illinois got a chance to extend. There's a turnover picked up by Xavier Johnson. Here he comes back the other way on the pick. Xavier's going to pull up. He hits Parker Stewart, who hits Fennessy, goes up for the layup, and scores it. Fennessy cut into the basket, cuts the lead back to 1. Turnovers lead to points. Turnovers create sloppy play and give other teams momentum. That's why they are so bad. Play fast, but under control. Curbelo's got it out high. He gets around Fennessy, makes it all the way to the basket, and misses the layup. But Coburn affects the rebound, but it tips out of bounds. And it's going to go back to Indiana. Trace Jackson Davis. You literally cried, Mac. Dude, I got you, Pookie. It's all about salary cap, and they're rebuilding. They've decided that it's a rebuild time. Here we go. Xavier's going to go around the pick. Parker's got it out wide. Parker hasn't had much going on this half except for 1 jump shot. He's been on the bench. Xavier's going to drive around the pick. He's going to get to the basket. He puts it up, and he's going to draw the foul on Frazier. They're going to call it on the ground, not on the shot. I love it when they're animated. Never buy a jersey. Yeah, I got you, Pookie. Parker with the jump shot off the inbound, way off the mark, no good. Here comes Illinois back the other way up 1. 1:36 to go in the half. Let's see how this half finishes up. Both teams have played very equal this half. Illinois has gotten the better of a lot of the statistics. Lead by 1. Good defense by Kopp out high. There's the pass. That is not a tipped ball. They're going to call Miller Kopp for a foul there. Let's see. Did he foul? God, that is not a foul. That's just over-the-top defense. He didn't hold him. He didn't go get the pass. Yeah, Creek, I agree on both points. That's the biggest BS call I've ever seen, and rightfully so. Karma steps in and says, you're not getting a free throw out of that. No free points for you today, mister. Here we come down under 1:12 to go. Xavier pulls up for the jump shot. No good. He's forcing his game. He's not making his baskets. 1:04 to go in the half. Here we go. Frazier goes around a pick. There he goes again for the long 3, and this time he sinks it. 33-29 with 1 minute to go in the half. Here we come down. 43 seconds to go. Illinois sinks the 3 to extend the lead to 4. Parker's got it out high. Fennessy comes around the pick, hands it back off to Xavier. Xavier goes around the pick. He's going to drive inside against Coburn. Feeds it back out. Fennessy dribble drive. puts up the little floater and sinks it. Tennessee cuts the lead to 2. 23 seconds to go. Last possession of the half. Once we hit halftime, Illinois takes a timeout. I'm going to take a timeout as well. Got to make a quick phone call because it's been blowing up. I will see you after the timeout or before then. There's the inbound pass. Corbello's got it out high. Let me drop the music back down. Corbello's going to drive into the lane. He's going to put it up over in the corner for 3. No good. Controlled by Parker Stewart. 1. Long shot, 3/4 court. Off the back glass. No good. 33-31 halftime. All righty. We are at the half. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring up a stat sheet. Let you guys have a gander at it today. My work is calling me several times. I'm going to have to address some things here at halftime. But I'm going to share the screen. I'll bring up and as soon as I'm done, I will definitely be right back. But pretty good half. We'll go over the stats together here in just a second. That seems awful small. Hold on here. Let's see. Doesn't help it much. Well, that's no fun. I shall be back in just a minute. I'm going to call work. Enjoy the music, and I will be right back. All right, what a great half of basketball in this Big Ten tournament on this Friday quarterfinal day for the Big Ten. Sorry about the delay there. There's times that I got to make phone calls for my job. That's the reason why I'm not in here full time, because I got a great job and I definitely got to take care of business. Love you guys. Love being in here. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh yeah, I know. Hey, work's calling. It's refrigeration calls in the kitchen at work, so it's all good. I don't think so. I think they've decided that they are going to. I think they're going to restructure the way that team works, Pookie. They're going to go back into a rebuild mode. They're going to build up on draft picks. They're going to take their rookie quarterback. They're going to develop him in that manner. All things that they did not want to do before. Those are things that they just didn't want to sell out and do that before. They decided now that this is the time to make that move. And they're going to try to grow as they go. And Khalil Mack was an asset and a cap hit that they probably felt that could get them, and there's the thing, man. What is it, a 2 and a 3 that they got for that? I can't remember what the draft capital was, but Khalil Mack got them a couple picks, I believe. Yeah, they're gonna try to stock some draft picks, and they're gonna try to build a team during this rookie contract of having their quarterback now. I think the next 3 years they're going to try to build a team. They're going to try to build some draft capital. They're going to try to get their cap numbers down, and they're going to try to rebuild right now because Green Bay's reloading. Everybody else seems to be kind of in transition mode as well. We haven't seen what Minnesota's going to do now. A 2nd and a 6th. That second round pick in this draft class is pretty awesome, honestly, because there's going to be a lot of good players because the defensive end is very deep in this class. Cornerbacks it's a deep class. Running backs, it's a really good class. Wide receivers there's a lot of really good ones out there. I really have a lot to say about it not being a great class as far as having a lot of superstars. But man, there is a lot of really talented players in this draft. So I think Chicago might be thinking that this is their time to build a roster. I agree, Alex. There's a lot of linebackers and defensive ends out there. Oh, I love Kansas, right? I don't love them as a team because I always want to see them beat. But, as far as the way they handle themselves during the regular season, the way they build their program up, they are a program that is built for March. I'm going to take a quick gander here at what – haven't looked at their homepage much as of lately. And here we go. I'm ready for Sunday. I will be in here during the bracket release for sure because we have our bracket pick'em thing will be out there. But let's get into some Jayhawks really fast because the Big 12 is flat out awesome. Let's start their season the way they started. Wins against Michigan State. A loss versus Dayton, that tends to happen early in the year. They got good wins against St. John's, Iona early in the season. That loss to Texas Tech on the road, an 8-point loss. That's the Big 12 play. The loss to Kentucky was a big loss, but just because a team beats you by 18 once doesn't mean they're going to get you the second time. There's no shame in losing at Texas. There is no shame in losing at Baylor. The loss at Texas Christian, it's a conference game. It's a road game. Look, they've played a really good season, Holly. Honestly, I don't see much in there that makes me think that they should be looked at as a negative. That loss to Kentucky could happen to anybody, honestly. They play TCU tonight at 7 o'clock in the tournament. That will be a revenge game, honestly. I really think that'll be a game where you're going to see how intent they are on winning this part of the tournament. Kansas right now, where they stand right now at a 26-6 record, ranked 6th in the country. They're definitely primed to be on that number one line, no lower than a 2. So yeah, I've got to say the outlook has got to be really solid. And I love your coach. Your coach comes from, he comes from the Big Ten. So, I have an affinity for the Big Ten guys. And when he went out there and took over Kansas, I was like, what? But, there's a lot, his recruiting practices, he recruits the same type of teams every single season. Kansas is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the NCAA tournament. It's just been a quieter year for them. You notice they don't seem to have the one national spotlight guy. And they do, but they don't. So they've got everything. They've got more of that team feel this year, and that's teams that make it to the NCAA championship. So I would not look past them by any stretch of the imagination. I usually want to see them get beat in the tournament because I don't want to play them. But yeah, Kansas Jayhawks. I'm going to call them right now. I would say maybe they're possibly an Elite 8 team. With the right game selection, they could be a Final Four team. And Holly, thank you so much for that 20. That really means a lot. Alex and I put a ton of work into this. So my phone is ringing off the hook today, and I do not know why. I don't understand the weather. It's 50 degrees right now, and it's supposed to snow tonight. You're right, Alex, it is. Elite 8 is a win season. I think for most teams, a Sweet 16 is an elite season. But Elite 8 means that you're in the top 10 in the country, and that's where everybody wants to be. That's where the higher-ups at the universities want you to be. They want you to be in the top 10. So Elite 8 is always, for Kansas, North Carolina, Duke, Michigan State. Those are teams that all expect to be there every single season, and a loss before then is a disappointment. That is where we're trying to get IU back to as IU basketball fans, where we were a threat to be in the Final Four almost every single season like we were in the 80s and the 90s. And it's been a long road trying to get somebody in here that everybody wants to see coaching. I've got my issues with Mr. Woodson, and basically the pregame today really wore me out because in the pregame today he said that, they were talking about Trace Jackson Davis and the amount of minutes that he played yesterday. And he says, you can't worry about minutes right now. If you want to make a deep run, you've got to find a way to rest your guys a little bit. I know you got to play, but your bench has got to step up. And I can't believe I put so much emphasis on bench minutes for this team. But when you're losing leads in the last 8 minutes of a game and you're getting dominated the last 10 minutes of a game, I got to feel legs has to be a part of that. She's not going to have a good day at work. It's going to be one of those days. Today is Friday. College basketball is a muck. So the sports book's going to be busy. She's going to be running around, and it should be a busy night. But hopefully she does as well. Hopefully I don't have to go in there today. I'm going to get back to some statistics from the first half here. But yeah, Holly, Sweet 16 is a must. Elite 8 is a definite possibility for this Kansas roster. I think the Big 12 is bigger than what they're given credit for this year. That's just my opinion. I feel like the ACC is the conference that's down. The Pac-12, whatever, who knows what they're going to produce. They can either send a team to the Final Four or they could all be out in the first round. But I don't see enough West Coast to have any really justification on that. In the first half stats, the only stat for Indiana that really hurt was Race Thompson didn't have a great half, picked up 2 fouls and went to the bench. Both of those fouls were reaching in on help defense. Keep that in mind. Fouls that he shouldn't have picked up. We had 8 fouls overall as a team. We split them out pretty evenly. Illinois, we didn't even get to the free throw line and shoot any 1-and-1s. So Illinois did a pretty good job of not fouling. Watch how it ended up. Rebounds at the end of that half ended up dead even. Where's the score? Pretty even. The difference in the game right now, for the most part, is that Illinois got to the free throw line, shot 12 free throws in the first half. We only shot 2. They went 5 for 13 from the three-point line. They are on the same pace that they are in their last win over us. However, our interior defense is where we played well today. We held them to 32% inside the arc. That's numbers that we can live off of. Rob Fennessy, Trey Galloway off the bench, putting in 12 points combined, really was a nice spark. Xavier Johnson has not played well. He's 2 for 6 from the floor. He's pushing a little hard today to be the scorer. He needs to go back to being the distributor, and then the scoring will follow. Curbelo, he didn't score a basket, by shooting. He went 3 for 4 from the free throw line, but he definitely changed the pace of play for Illinois. He needs to be stopped down a little bit. And other than that, if you take away, Hawkins' 2 3-pointers, he didn't play that great of a half, but he did score 9 points. He played pretty decent. Plummer with his 2 threes. Those are the guys. Trent Frazier had 6. Trent Frazier didn't have to play that much, didn't have to shoot that much. He did have 4 assists to 1 turnover in the first half. All things that we need to slow down and going into the second half of this game. But all in all, 33 points in the first half to an Illinois team that's capable of putting up 80. That's a good half. Now you got to play second half defense. Defense is so important in getting off to a good start, building some momentum, because we've got to carry momentum under that 10-minute mark today. We've got to carry it through, and you can carry momentum by playing defense. Rebounding was dead nuts even, 21 apiece. IU did have 9 assists to 3 turnovers. Illinois had 6 assists to 2 turnovers. Clean basketball game. Let's clean up the fouling. Let's clean up the free throw attempts and just play basketball through your stud. Trace Jackson-Davis only has 6 points in the first half, but he only took 5 shots. He did have a turnover and a foul. Race Thompson, time to be a stud. Illinois seems to match up with him really good. Plummer's height affects Race's ability to shoot the inside shot. So he's got to play a little bit better in the second half, and we've got to get the same from all of our starters. Parker Stewart got burned on defense a couple times. Miller Kopp, 1 for 2 from the floor, hit his only 3-pointer, or hit 1 of 2 from 3-point line. But Miller Kopp rebounded. He blocked out. I can live with 3 points and 5 rebounds from Miller Kopp. He did have a block. I can live with that. That's what he's supposed to do. Parker Stewart needs to play a little bit better, or Trey Galloway needs to be on the floor, him or Fennessy one. Tamar Bates had a couple rebounds in his time in there, good minutes. And I go down to this Illinois roster, and I just see consistency. We took away the 2s, they made the 3s. They got to the free throw line. That's how you win games. If you're not hitting your bread and butter shots, you get to the free throw line and you hit the 3-pointer. 2 different styles today from each team, so it's really good to where we're at right now. Who knows how the second half is going to turn out? I need to get over here and close this poll out today. And 70% of the people in here today think that Indiana will make the NCAA tournament. I have to say that is probably, let's see, how many votes do we get today? 35 votes. 69% say yeah. Right now, with that win against Michigan, we're still in. Even if we lose today, I don't know how badly that hurts us per se, but we'll see. Here comes Xavier Johnson in the second half. Let's fire it up and go. Xavier's going to get to the basket. He's going to throw the alley-oop up. Trace cannot bring it down. And it's going to be off as he's falling out of bounds. Coburn really stopped that play by just being big and being there. What's that? That's got to go. Oh. All right, sorry. I seen something that threw me up. There's the inbound. Trace has got it out high. He hands off to Xavier. There's the pick. Xavier goes inside. 12-footer. Sunk it. Xavier Johnson starts the second half, tying us up 20 seconds in. Here comes Trent Frazier across the timeline. Funny story. Last Saturday I was at Chicago Chiefs. Oh, I'll get it in a minute. Feeds it across. Hawkins throws for Coburn inside. Gets it inside there. Loses it. Parker Stewart comes up with the ball. Here comes X across the midcourt. Driving over. He hits Race. Back to Parker. Back to Race in the corner. Looking inside for Trace. Nothing doing. Gets it back out to Parker. Xavier will reset with 16 on the shot clock, and here we go. Xavier's going to go around the pick. He's going to feed Parker for 3. Short off the rim, no good. And Coburn affected the rebound there against Trace and knocked it away. Here we come back the other direction. Tie ball game, 33-all. Let me make sure my scoreboard is up to date. There's the shot that's missed. That should have a good offensive rebound there by Illinois. Here we go back. Coburn's got double team comes. Trying to get inside on Parker. Nothing doing. Feeds it back out to Frazier. Frazier's got Trace Jackson on him. He's going to try to get around him. And Frazier throws the layup up and gets around it and scores. 2-point lead for Illinois. They had the mismatch on size. Frazier takes advantage. X comes across the timeline. Double pick. He's going to try to get to the basket. Nothing doing. He gets cut off by Coburn. He throws it up. And Coburn's going to get called for the foul on the shot. Funny story. Last Saturday, I was in Chicago at a Chiefs bar watching the KU Texas game. This sounds like a joke. With a Lions fan. I wore a Packers shirt for Tom Grassi, and our server was a Bills fan. Identity crisis. It sounds like this the start of a bad sports joke, Holly, for sure. Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to take it right at him. Right at him. First free throw is good. Indiana cuts the lead back down 2-1. Man. You got to come up with a punchline. Like, hey, has anybody seen a Bears fan today? That's a good punchline for that. Here, Xavier misses the second free throw. Here comes Illinois with a 1-point lead. Frazier's got it out high. He's going to drive to the baseline, and he's going to lose it out of bounds off his own knee, and it's going to go back to Indiana. And Brad Underwood is throwing a fit on the sideline, wanting a foul. I don't know that there was a foul there. It's hard to see from this angle, but hey, I'll take the call. Here comes Xavier across the timeline. He's looking to Woodson. Here comes the pick out high. They're using it off the pick. He goes all the way to the basket, and there's a strip, and it's going to go right back the other way. Same play, other end. Frazier stripped. Xavier Johnson right off his knee and right back out of bounds. Even Steven. No Bears fan. But I'm serious. That's a great hit right there. That's the punchline, Holly. You got to write that joke. Here we go. Here we go. Frazier's got it out high. He's feeding. They're going to feed Coburn on the post. He's got it inside. Puts up the layup. Blocked by Trace Jackson Davis. And Race Thompson comes up with the rebound. And he's going to bring it up. Hands it off to Xavier. Trace plays great defense there. Gets his linked up on Coburn. Now he wants the ball on the inside. Xavier's got it out high. Feeds Kopp on the wing. Kopp feeds Race Thompson out high. And there's the handoff to Xavier. Xavier's going to try to drive again. Feeds Miller Kopp for 3. Ooh, it rims out off the pick. No good. Here comes Illinois back the other way. Frazier feeds all the way down to Coburn. Coburn gets the easy bunny. Nobody was looking for the outlet pass. Illinois is back up by 3. 16:57 to go. No quit in this Illinois team for sure. Xavier's going to try to get around the pick. He's going to get all the way to the basket. Feeds Trace for the dunk. Xavier Johnson gets the help defense to come to him. Feeds Trace Jackson. Trace gets the easy deuce. 36-37. 16:40 to go in the game. They get Coburn on the block. Coburn gets a layup. You can't let him get there. You're going to have to bring that double team, get behind him. Illinois still back up by 3. Xavier tries to dribble penetrate. He can't get around. He goes through the pick. Feeds it over to Parker. Parker feeds down to Trace on the block. Trace goes right by Coburn for the layup. Left him standing still. Trace Jackson Davis is affecting his will right now, using his speed and athleticism against Coburn. There's the outlet. Now Trace is fronting him now. They're trying to keep him on front. Frazier for 3. Sinks it. Trent Frazier buries a 3 from about 25 feet. It wasn't an easy one. Puppet! 42-38. Xavier comes back across the timeline. Defense is out the window right now. Xavier goes to the basket, and Coburn knocks that out of bounds. Going to go to a timeout here. Coburn with the block. Definitely going to be a big man's game today. No foul there that I can see. Xavier, don't start that crybaby stuff. But you let Coburn get that ball within 8 foot of the basket, you might as well forget it. Yo, Puppet Master, nice to see you, bro. I know work sucks. I had my 5 in already. Hopefully not 6. And we got the start to the half that we wanted. Illinois is playing solid basketball. Got to a timeout here. Man, Creek, I don't know what to say. Everything we try to do, Underwood cuts us off. Everything that they're working on, we try to cut off. Right now, it's a game that I can't pinpoint where the deficiencies are at. That's their 6th 3-pointer of the game, and that's the reason they're in the game right now. We're in the game because of our inside play and rebounding, or timely rebounding, I should say. So you just got to clean it up a little bit. You know what? I would just leave Fennessy on Frazier. Let Xavier Johnson go to the 2 guard and leave Fennessy on Frazier. Set Parker down. Yep, James, that's it right now. 3-pointers and free throws. And check this out. Ghost energy drink. 0 sugar. And it's Red Berry Sour Patch Kid flavor. They're pretty good for no sugar. That's the defensive matchup that I think we can win with. Because Fennessy's low enough to affect his dribble penetration, but he gets his hand up enough to play. He gets his hand up. These are pretty good for being sugar-free. And it's got a lot of the other energy stuff in it. What up, Dabney? A lot of our Hoosier faithful retired after that game against Rutgers. Holly, I'm telling you, they got a little bit more caffeine than like a couple Mountain Dews, but the flavors are really good and they don't taste sugar-free. So anything to, when you start putting on some years, your body wants to put on the pounds, and I don't want to be that guy. I want to stay as fit as possible for as long as possible. But I got to wake up too. I'm really stoked over this game. Yeah, because of the other stuff that's in them, Alex. 0 sugar, no artificial colors. It's a focus drink as well. Only 200 milligrams of natural caffeine. And then some of the other stuff that's in here, I don't know what it is. Maybe I should read. Here comes the inbound pass from Kopp. He gets it into Race Thompson. Race has not had a great game. Hawkins has played him super tight. Great defense by Hawkins on Illinois. Here comes Xavier around the pick. He feeds Race over for 3. Sunk it. Race Thompson scores his first 3-pointer. Hawkins doesn't come out to defend. You ought to try it, Holly. 1-point ball game, 15-22 to go. Right after the Race Thompson 3. Here comes Frazier. He throws it across court to Hawkins. Hawkins to Plummer. Plummer back over to Hawkins, over in the corner. Hawkins is going to try to take the 3. He tries to get around Race. Nothing doing. Good D. Race Thompson's playing tight. There's the outlet pass to Plummer. 4 on the shot clock. 3. Off the rim, no good. Controlled by Race Thompson. Here comes Parker Stewart. Parker feeds Xavier across court. Here we come across the timeline. Feeds it down on the block, and we're going to get a foul with Coburn on the bench. Number 4 for Mr. Illinois fouls him before he can go up for the shot. Race Thompson just sets the pick on Frazier and rolls to the right and picks up the help defense and shoots the 3 from the top of the key. Race Thompson needs to keep doing that. Here we go. Kopp inbounds to Parker for 2. Gets blocked, but he's going to get fouled. I don't have no audio, so I can't hear what they're saying, so I'm not sure what happened there. I didn't see it. Race has got the ball on the inbound pass. He steps back behind the line, trying to feed Trace. Nothing doing. Trace is trying to get open on the block. Here comes the high pick. Gets the give and go, and Curbelo comes in and picks his pocket from the help. Curbelo all the way, and Parker Stewart fouled him while he was in great defensive position there. And just, I don't understand that foul. Well, that's the poll today, Randall. As long as we don't get blown out today, I think we're going to be probably in a play-in game. If we win today, we're locked. Curbelo misses the first free throw, thank goodness. He reaches a lot. See, there it is, and he goes right back to the bench. This is what happened yesterday, I believe. I didn't get to see the game yesterday, but he only came in the very end of the game because of his free throw shooting. Curbelo missed the first. He misses the second, and Race Thompson controls the rebound. Here comes Xavier. Illinois is up 1, 14:32 to go. When we get to the next timeout, got to have a conversation about the rest of this game. Galloway is going to set up the offense up high with a two-guard set out high. Trace is in the middle. Parker and Race are on the wings on the outside, trying to drive. Galloway gets the ball out on the wing, feeds down to Race on the block. Race gets it inside to Trace. Double team comes. Trace spins, and they're going to call that a jump ball. It's going to be Illinois basketball, I believe. Trace spun move on number 4, and there was somebody there to pick him up. Of course, he has Indiana right now as a last 4 in school, right behind Rutgers and Michigan. I'm surprised that Michigan didn't drop from an 11 to the 12 line with 13 losses. There's a layup attempt. No good. Great defense there by Miller Kopp. Trace Jackson gets the rebound. Here comes X. Defense is starting to play a big part of this half. You got to get to the basket, draw some fouls. Race is driving, nothing doing. He hits Xavier. Got to get an open 3 here or an open jump shot, something good. Gets to the basket, go, go, go. And that's blocked and picked back up. 7 on the shot clock. Race is going to dribble drive, gets inside. 2, 1, puts it up. No good, but he's going to get the foul. Race Thompson, seeing that the shot clock was about to expire, gets to the basket. God, Jonathan, right now, I can't tell you. That should have been goaltending there, it looks like. Maybe let's see that again. It's close. Xavier wanted it. Right now, I can't tell you. Too close to tell. Momentum is so big, and both teams are playing about equal. Hoping for IU, bro. All right, Race is at the free throw line. Got a chance to tie. Sinks the first free throw. Payne goes back to the bench after committing 2 quick fouls. Coburn is right back in, I believe. Yep. Watch Illinois. Illinois subs way more frequently than we do in both halves. Here comes Trey Galloway and Rob Finnessy are on the floor right now. Second free throw is good as well. IU finally creeps back up into the lead. 43-42. Curbelo's got it out high, feeds cross court to Frazier. Frazier for 3. No good. Off the back iron. Race saves it from going out of bounds. Hits Johnson. Johnson comes across the timeline, looking in the corner, nothing doing. He's trying to get around. He's going to pull. Oh, doesn't shoot it. Goes all the way to the basket and gets the layup. Xavier Johnson gets all the way to the basket. Nobody cut him off. 45-42, 12:58 to go in the game. IU is on a 7-0 run in the last 2:36. Coburn is back on the floor for Illinois, trying to halt the run. Frazier feeds over to the right wing, gets it into Coburn inside. He puts a shot up. No good. He's defended well. Here comes X the other way. Bringing the ball across the timeline. Galloway's calling. X gets in the lane. Back out to Finnessy. Finnessy drives. Nothing doing. Hits Trace out at about the 12-foot mark. He's going to back Coburn in. Here comes the double. Trace dribbles off his foot, gets around Coburn, puts up the layup, and scores it. Trace Jackson Davis with the reverse layup. Indiana is up 5. 12:23 to go in the game. Defense is coming alive on a 9-0 run. Last 3:15 of the game. Curbelo comes across the timeline. He gets the switch. He's got Galloway on him. Coburn sets the pick. Curbelo tries to get to the basket, shoots a floater. No good, airballs it. Here comes Xavier back the other way. Xavier's got the ball. He's looking over. He feeds to the corner to Galloway. Nothing doing. Galloway gets it to Trace. Trace is going to try to reset the offense, or is he? He's going to back it in. He's got a defense mismatch. Gets it back on the block, out to Finney back in. Trace has got the strip coming. He gets the ball back there. That shouldn't be a jump ball. That should have been a reach, but okay. Under 12, we're going to have a timeout here. Xavier made a couple really good decisions, and getting all the way to the glass was a good one there. But you look, when your defense propels your offense, and when you get contested shots, you get bad shots sometimes. And then Trace used his athleticism to get around Coburn from about 12 foot. Yes, glad for the timeout. IU's got a 5-point lead right now, and they are playing good basketball. But here's the thing, right? Look at what happens. Anybody that ever is going to pay attention to this season or has anything to say about it, it's when Trey Galloway, Rob Finney, even Xavier Johnson, Race Thompson, and Trace Jackson Davis are on the floor. Here's the thing. Those are the guys that are propelling with Parker. And I like Parker Stewart. He shoots the ball really well. I like Miller Kopp. He rebounds. He defends. But when those guys are on the floor, we are a better team. You just got. Now here, look, you're going to hear here's going to be my complaint. I'm not trying to jinx this game, but where are we at right now? Let's look at this just for a quick second. We've got 12 minutes to go in the game. This under 12 timeout is very important. So we have got to let our starters get some rest as well. Yeah, James, their defensive efficiency has never been the problem. The problem becomes it's not how good of a defensive team we are. It comes down to legs. It comes down to stamina. It comes down to who's got gas left in the tank in the last 5 minutes. It's been a nonstop pattern of events since this 5-game losing streak. What happens, to this team is that they play good. They stay in the game for a great portion of the game, 30 minutes. And then the last 8 to 10 minutes, the scoring differential just changes. So, you've seen a couple subs in today. Haven't seen Durr, haven't seen Geronimo in yet. Those guys need some minutes just to give Trace an extra bit of a break for this last 6 minutes of the game. I really hope he pulls Trace and Race out for a few minutes, maybe cycles them a little bit with Durr and Geronimo. Give them some time on the bench here to build back up for this stretch run, because we got a great opportunity in front of us to win this ball game by playing good defense. Geronimo doesn't really hurt you on defense. He may foul a little bit. Yeah, they haven't been healthy all year. Galloway broke his wrist. Finney has the foot thing, the same thing that Shaquille O'Neal had, the fasciitis. I can't think of the name of it. So he missed 8 or 10 games. Trey Galloway missed 6 weeks with a broken wrist, and then he had a groin injury. That's what he tries to do, Creek. He tries to use his timeouts and space them out. He does. He tries to space the timeouts out and to give them rest. But I think, just a blow, a 2-minute blow is huge right here. But if these guys play the whole half, and I know that he doesn't want his stars on that bench at all, but they need to get a minute or two to catch their breath, get ready to go back in and get built back up. I would pull them out right now and put an all-defensive team out there for a minute and let them go out there and just give them a blow. You're right. When they're healthy, they're a top 20 team. And I hope, if anybody's out there today that knows who's on the committee about when you put teams in the NCAA tournament, look at their record when they're healthy. Look at their record when they've got key contributors missing. Evan, what's up, man? Nice to see you come back. 5-point lead. Galloway has got the ball on the right wing. He's going to feed X. There's the pick from Trace. X is going to go around it. He feeds Race on the block. Race gets, on the corner. Xavier takes a long three and he airballed it. What was that? Curbelo brings it across the timeline. Illinois hasn't made a field goal since the 16:04 mark. They just posted that stat. Almost 5 minutes. Curbelo's got it. He's going to feed Coburn. Coburn has got the double team in him. Curbelo's open. Rotates it around for three. Help comes. Finney's going to pick up the block there. That is okay. That is an okay foul, Rob. I don't disapprove of that. How do you block a subscription? I don't know. I'm not sure why. Plummer's got it. He feeds over. The ball gets to Coburn. That's two. You can't let him get it that deep. 3-point lead, Indiana. You can't let them build momentum here. That was a great play by Illinois to get the ball into their star and let their star affect the game. Trace has got it out high. Feeds off to Galloway. Galloway goes around the pick. Nothing doing. Comes back the other way. Gets inside. Back out to Finney. Good defense by Illinois. They know the play. They are cutting it off. Cross court to Race for three. Race hits the three-pointer from the left wing on a cross-court pass. 50-44 IU, 10:37 to go. Yeah, Dabney, I agree. We'll talk. We'll talk, bro. Here comes Curbelo. He's got the ball out high with Finney in tow. I would switch them two up. God, I would. Gets it inside. Coburn with another easy layup. Wait, there's a foul in there. There is going to be a foul call here. What's it going to be? Do I think they're going to call the foul before the shot? Oh, yeah, Trace fouled him on the floor. So they didn't give him the basket yet before the shot. Smart foul. 2 layups in a row is no good. That makes him have to score. Plummer tries to feed him. He gets him again on the block. Coburn goes up and just affects his will right there on Trace. This is where we need Durr. This is where we need Durr. Put a body on that man. Beat him up. Race has got the ball out high. Feeds over to Finney. Finney feeds down to Trace on the block. Trace is going to go right at him. You know he is. Puts up the little jump hook. No good. Race Thompson with the offensive glass. And there's going to be a foul after the offensive rebound. Curbelo's getting animated with the officials right now. Come on. Geronimo's over there on the bench. He wants in the game. Tamar Bates is screaming. Think, guys, think. Oh. God dang it. Here we go. Xavier Johnson with that. God dang it. Why does he have to be like that? Why can't he just get that out of his system? When he puts his head down and plays good, I don't blame Curbelo there. Yeah. You got to smack that. Sit Xavier down. Smack. You can't let that happen. Oh, he elbowed him. You see it? He prodded at him. I don't like that. Use your mouth. Don't use your physicality. I know what he's trying to do, and I like the mentality part of it. But don't give them any excuse to give them momentum right now. It could very well be a technical, because I know. I'm just saying. I got it. I got it. I just don't think you don't want to poke the line, right? Thank you, Creek. That's the first time I've heard that in a while. Inbound pass to Galloway out high. There's the pick. Galloway's got Curbelo on him. Trace falls down. Here we go. 14 on the shot clock. There goes Xavier across the pick. Frazier's behind him trying to pick his pocket. Shoots it up, and there's going to be a foul on Curbelo. Now that goes back to now that's the part of what Xavier does that I like, because now he's got him mad, and now he's going to go out here and he's going to do anything he can to draw that foul. Curbello's a little flustered right now. That's his third personal. 4-point lead with 9:42 to go. And you know what I like about this? Yes, that's the part I like. I just don't like the part where he uses his physicality to do so. Run your mouth. Do whatever you got to do to get him off kilter, but don't give the referee something visually that they can use against you to hurt you later on. That's all I got to say. I mean, really. I get it that he's a little bit of a punk. I hope he kicks it into gear and has a great last 10 minutes. And the good thing we're getting is we're getting time with play stoppage. We're getting a breather. And X calmly makes the free throw, extends the lead back to 5. No, what a game, guys. What a game. Kicking it in. You know what? Like I said, if it gets really good today and I'm excited. Second one is also good. Xavier knocks them both down. 9:42 to go, extends the lead to 6. Defend the three-point line as well. Let's let Coburn get his 2s. Let's not give him 3s. Frazier's going to dribble penetrate. Coburn's out high with the ball, feeding Curbelo. There we go around the other side. Plummer pushes it out, back to Curbelo out high. Xavier almost got in the passing lane. There's a tip pass in the corner, and there's that three-point shot that I warned you about. Do not come off of Hawkins. 3-point lead, 9:12 to go in the game. Coleman Hawkins, 12 points in this game. He's affected both halves with that shot. Xavier's going to go around the pick. He's got Frazier on him. There's Hawkins against Thompson. Thompson's got the ball on the block. He's going to back him down in. He's going to put it up. Coburn blocks the shot, and Curbelo comes away with it. Coburn comes over and help and blocks it. Here comes Curbelo the other way. Tip pass. Frazier's got it back. Hawkins has got it. He's trying to feed inside. Trying to get the ball inside to Coburn. 3-point game, 8:40 to go. Curbelo just about slid his pivot foot. Plummer's going to take the inside the arc shot. No good. Trace with the rebound. Trace feeds X. They're going to bring the ball up across the timeline here. 8:26 to go, 52 to 49. And Woodson takes a timeout here. You know what? See, here's the thing. Now you're focused. Now your 3 and your 4 guy, your wings are the ones that are affecting the play. Hawkins with that deadly 3-point shot from the corner. Here's where he and Plummer become difficult. And yeah, Creek, I got to say it, that's a good timeout. Because you got to go back out and you got to keep the pressure on. You got to draw up a good play, either get to the line or get a score here. Let me get the box score up here right now and see where we're at. Oh, I don't see half fouls where we're at on the foul line. But they finally evened up the foul calling in this game. It's 11-10. You know, where we're still sitting, rebounding edge is winning this game. Whoever blocks out and gets the rebounds. Offensive rebounds today, Illinois has a couple more. So I consider us lucky on that front. But we're controlling the defensive glass a little better in this half. Now we got 8 minutes to go. The wheels can't fall off. Give your guys a blow here. You know, come on, just put Geronimo in for a couple plays because you saw how he affects the game with his athleticism. Let him come in and play a few plays. Let Durr come in and bounce Kofi around a little bit. Kofi doesn't have that kind of stamina to go the full time. This is where you use the guys you got. I'm hoping Coach Woodson sees that. Hopefully we win the game today. But I hope this isn't one of those games where we said, man, if our guys wouldn't have wore out in the last 2 minutes of the game, we might have won. And you know what? It's just that's I sound like a broken record because I sit in here with y'all every time I'm on, and it's the same thing. I know. Yeah, see, Dabney, my point is he tries to use his timeouts to rest his players as opposed to substituting in the second half. I feel like you got to play your bench in the second half. I feel like you got to play those guys because they're raring to go over there. Did you see Tamar Bates? He's jumping up and down over there wanting to get on the floor. And they know they're not coming in unless there's a foul issue, which, as far as fouls go, we don't have anybody with 3. So you're not going to see substitution over fouls. But we got to come out off this timeout. I got to stop being negative here. We got to come out off this timeout and get a good play. Get something that we can affect the way they're playing defense and get a good shot. These guys are, you know what? Let's not sugarcoat it for 1 second. These two teams are playing hard. They're playing hard, good basketball. Either one of these teams can win this tournament the way they're playing right now. It's fair to say. Indiana has not won multiple games in the Big Ten tournament since 2003. 2003. It's got to stop. It's got to end today. Here comes the inbound. There's a double team. Finney gets the ball. Finney's going to drive out. He's going to hand it off to Xavier. Finney's way too passive of being. There's Geronimo on the floor right now for Race Thompson. Good substitution. Thank you, Coach. Give your man a break. Trace has got the ball in on the block. Puts up the little floating hook. It's short. Good defense. Curbelo playing good. Guard comes in and gets the rebound. Not the shot that I think Trace really wanted there, but, we get it inside. And Coburn goes all the way to the basket. And he had Geronimo on him. You cannot stop that play. 7:45 to go. 1-point game. 52-51. Finney's got it out high. He goes around to pick. He gets inside the lane. Feeds out. Geronimo's got it on the wing. Xavier's got it out high. They're going to try to reset the offense. Xavier gets inside, puts it up, and scores. X gets around Hawkins for the basket. 54-51, 7:18 to go. This is our type of game. We got to keep playing D. Galloway's out there on Curbelo. Here, they've got Geronimo on Curbelo right now. And, they feed the post. They get it into Coburn. They're going to call the foul in there on the ground for the reach. But Coburn was under the basket. What a game. Well played. I'm going to say well coached. I think he reached Creek on the triple team. I can't say for sure, but it has to go on X there, I think. Yeah, that's it. Illinois subs frequently. I'll go back after the game today. I'll probably, if we win the game or lose the game today, definitely going to do a recap on this one. It'll probably be a recorded 3 to 5 minute video talking about where we think this all ended up. Yeah, I couldn't see it. And that may be true, but I think they called the reach on Xavier there if I had to guess. But where we've been successful today is guards penetrating inside, and that being Finney, Xavier Johnson, and Trey Galloway. Doesn't it feel like overtime? We can't get tight here. A 3-point basket right here would be something that would be really good for us, a good open shot. And that's, that's where maybe Miller Kopp coming back into the game or even Parker Stewart for a few minutes here might not be such a bad move. We do not need overtime. We definitely don't need overtime. I'm glad we're playing the first game of the day, though. So that gives, because if we can hold on here, these guys can rest, get some physical treatment after the game, watch some good basketball today. Yep, James, I'm with you, bro. We still need that fantasy 3. Illinois is solid defensively. I don't see a lot of chinks in their armor as far as their defensive game goes. I think they play a really good game. They don't give up a lot of open looks. They play good help defense. They collapse and switch very well. I mean, they play good. I mean, they play a solid defense. I love this basketball game. Well, Ryan, why would you say that, bro? Are you an Illinois fan, my friend? Who do you like? Gotta know. Who's Ryan's team? Coming back from the timeout. Coburn with the 19 points today. Still waiting for there. You like Purdue? That's right on, bro. Purdue's a good team as well. But if IU sucks, then Purdue sucks too, because we got to win over you this year and almost beat you at home. So I don't know that I would go that route. I know the in-state rivalry stuff makes it tough. But, nice pass for Illinois. Gets the layup to Curbelo. 1-point ball game. Purdue's a good team. Here we go. Xavier comes across the timeline, 54-53. Xavier's got it. He's going to take the jump shot. Short off the front iron. Curbelo. Oh, somebody's on the floor hurt. They did not stop the clock. Plummer for 3. Does not go in. Coburn with the offensive glass. And they're going to call the foul. But I think Geronimo is down. Yeah, Ryan, I appreciate your statement, but I don't know that that's exactly the terminology I would use when you could end up playing for a third time and we've played you very tight. Oh, that knee. They get the ball inbound. They're trying to hit their guards, let them play. Oh, Frazier gets it back out high. Here goes Frazier. He goes around Johnson. Throws it out to Curbelo. Curbelo drives back over in the corner for Frazier for 3. No good. Short off the rim. What a good rebound, offensive glass. Plummer's got it on the other side. He's going to shoot the 3. No good. Coburn tips it up. No good. Galloway controls the rebound on the tip from Trace. 5:56 to go. Couple good looks by Illinois there. Couple good looks. Here comes Xavier across the timeline. They've got Illinois as a 4 seed as it stands right now. Trace has got the ball out high. He gets it back out to Xavier. Xavier's should be not doing this. He's going to get it inside out. Fantasy for 3. Oh, inside out. Just missed the shot. Good look by Rob. Here comes Illinois. The pass. He misses it, but a great fast break. And gets hit in the face on the foul. Hope the kid's okay. Somebody went down too. Let's see what happens here. What a pass by Curbelo. Race Thompson went up to block it and fouled him going in. I'm going to tell you, rolled his ankle. Couldn't see it. I was just looking at him the way he went down. Andre Curbelo is a stud. He is a pretty good ball player. And he short rims the free throw with 6:02 left to go. Hawkins didn't have the legs to get it up there. Sucks up, takes a deep breath, gets ready to shoot. Second one is good. 5 minutes to go, all tied up. Here we go. Both teams have 16 fouls this half. Next foul will lead to the 1-and-1. Indiana goes to the weave. Xavier's out high. Trace is out on the pick. this 2-1-2 type set. And then Xavier gets picked from behind. Every time he goes around Frazier sticks his hand in there, knocks the ball out. There's the 3 by Hawkins, and he sunk it. Transition. Live ball turnover causes the 3 ball. Illinois is fired up under 5 minutes to go. And here we go again. Our guys are whipped. Illinois is fired up, and we're tired, and we're doing the same play repeatedly, and they figured it out. Let me get the score to refresh. Holly, you have no idea. Oh. I don't like seeing Geronimo go down like that. But live ball turnovers. Dabney, he's trying to affect fatigue. He's trying to stem the tide of momentum by trying to slow down the fatigue of his guys that he wants to leave on the floor. If anybody else in the chat has a different explanation for that, I would love to hear it, because I see the same thing every game, it seems like. Fennessy gives it to Galloway. Galloway's out up high. Galloway back to Fennessy. Fennessy has got the ball with 16 on the shot clock. Feeds to Trace on the block. Trace drives, puts it up, and scores right over Coburn. He can drive right around him. 1-point game. Curbelo comes across the timeline. Curbelo's playing solid point. Tries to get to Coburn inside. There's the tip pass. Galloway with the steal. Here we go back the other direction. Galloway read the pass and tipped it to himself. Galloway's got it out high. He's going to drive around. He's going to get inside. He hits Trace. Trace shoots from the free throw line and sinks it. Trace with the outside jump shot gives Indiana a 1-point lead. 4:07 to go. Indiana only has 1 timeout left, as to Dabney's point earlier. Good defense. They're cutting him off Frazier from the ball. Frazier finally gets it on the left wing. There comes Curbelo on the cut. He gets it at the top of the key. He's going to try to dribble drive. He gets all the way around, throws it across court to Plummer. Plummer to Hawkins. Hawkins drives. And they're going to get Galloway with the reach out high on Hawkins. This kid Hawkins, with his outshot, and it's their 3 guy, right? Their wing, and he plays a 4 a little bit, but their wing, he's a 3-4 guy, and he's where he runs the floor well, he defends well, and he shoots very well. That guy's been the difference in the game for them. I agree, Dabney. I don't know why he did it right there. I think he was trying to take momentum and stretch it. And now they get 2 free throws the rest of the way. We foul way too much. I think we foul because, I don't know. We foul way too much. If it comes down to who can make free throws, let's see where we stand on that line right now. We've shot free throws well today. They haven't shot very well at all, or we'd be down in this game. Them 8 3-pointers are huge for them, though. 40%. Turnovers, not a big issue for either team. This is a well-played game. I got to say that when we come down to the end of the day. That's what I'm here for, Holly. I'm trying to convert everybody to be an IU fan. I miss the General Robert Montgomery night. I miss the way we played basketball in the 80s and the 90s. I miss the fans coming out of the woodwork to support. Used to be one of the most highly recognized blue chip programs in the country, along with Kansas, North Carolina, Duke, uh, Kentucky, and it's not been that for a long time. We're trying to rebound our way into the upper echelon of the Big Ten, and it starts with a win here if we can get it today. When I was a kid, I thought, man, Indiana's going to win national championship every so many years. This is going to be great. Saw one in '81. Watched Isaiah Thomas. Then I seen Steve Alford shoot the ball lights out. I thought, man, this is for me. Then I saw guys like Calbert Chaney, Greg Graham, Jay Edwards. I don't know why that name came up next, but he did. Jay Edwards and Lyndon Jones come through together. I love the commits. And I haven't had that many players to fall in love with since. I did not like Romeo Langford. I love Trace. He just kind of goes to sleep. OG Anunoby was one of my favorites. Victor Oladipo. I'm one of the guys that I didn't really hate Tom Crean as much as everybody else did. I just didn't think he was that good a coach, but he was a great recruiter and motivator. Just not a great coach. Hey, that's right on, Holly. Thank you. That was a joke. And the first free throw goes down. We are back to being tied. 3:45 to go in the game. Xavier Johnson's out there. He's patching up out there. He's recognizing good game. Second free throw is good as well. He gets his legs back, makes both free throws. Illinois is up by a point. This is where our defense needed to be. 59-58, 3:40 to go. We need to be a little better offensively down the stretch. I think Xavier needs to facilitate, find somebody else to shoot it. I don't mind the penetration. Trace has got it out high. He gets bodied up. He's going to roll around Coburn, and then he's going to get the layup. Trace Jackson puts in the layup, gives Indiana the 1-point lead, 3:20 to go. Curbello's going to bring the ball across the timeline. 5 ties, 7 lead changes. Curbello and, oh my God, Galloway. Just defend. Curbello is going to go to the free throw line. Kofi defends the post. Ben White, I miss Yogi Ferrell. Yes, sir. Yogi knew the point guard role. He didn't have to be a scorer. He loved to facilitate. He made everybody better. That was Tom Crean's legacy right there, was Yogi Ferrell. Missed the 1-and-1 free throw. Curbello misses the 1-and-1. Here comes Indiana with a 1-point lead with a chance to extend. And Xavier Johnson's going to give it off to Galloway to run the point. What's the play call here? Galloway's going to go around Curbello all the way to the basket and scores it around Curbello. No help defense comes. Galloway gives a 3-point lead with 3 minutes to go in the game. 2:47 to go. Frazier's out high. He's going to take a timeout. Galloway drives right around Curbello and goes straight to the basket. No help defense come, because if the help would have come, there would have been an alley-oop and a dunk. And Brad Underwood, for the first time in this game, looks concerned. Coburn had to respect where Trace Jackson was on the floor, did not come over and cut him off, gives Indiana a 3-point lead. And now Illinois burns the timeout here, and they still have 2 left. But that gives our guys a quick blow here. As of this morning, DeCourcy still has IU as the last team in, but you know what? I think their stock rises with this performance today, win or lose. Sunday, we will definitely be in here. Here we go, Illinois. Yeah, Underwood's good at play calling, I got to say. No 3-ball. Get out there and defend. There's Jen. Oh, my God. Short rims it. Coburn with the offensive glass. There's going to be a foul on the floor. So the 3-ball definitely gives you the opportunity to get the long rebound, but you got to block out Coburn, and all they can do right there is foul. 2:34 to go. Or Coburn's going to dunk it. It's not. Oh, is it? I think, is it on the floor, or was it a 2-shot foul? Let's see what they give him. What's up, Miss Mary Monarch? Nice to see you, Daddy Warbucks. Shoot. Coburn's at the line, looks very focused. There it is. It is a 1-and-1, and he sinks it. Kofi Coburn shoots good at the free throw line. 2-point lead, 2:34 left to go in the game. You know Xavier's always right back there behind him when they're shooting free throws. He's definitely talking some smack. Coburn's got a chance to cut it to 1. Free throw is up, and he sinks them both. Coburn's clutch, hits the free throws. I know. I'm with you, Dabney, but it's going to be really close if they lose this one here. They're going to be right there on that, but they're going to be on the bubble. 2:24 to go. Galloway goes around the pick. He's going all the way to the basket, puts it up. No good. Oh, it just rolls off the back of the rim. That set play for Galloway to get him to the basket. Illinois gets the ball back with 2:10 to go. Chance to take the lead. Illinois down 1. Curbelo is going to try to effectively do the same thing. They get it out high. There's a tip pass. There's the steal. Race Thompson has it. Feed it across court, Race. He was turned sideways. Race Thompson, what is wrong with you? Pass the ball. Pass it. Pass it. What are you doing, Race? What are you doing? That's still a block, but why do you not give the ball up? You're a forward. Look, I don't agree with the foul call. I don't believe that's a charge, but it is player control. But you should have gave the ball up as soon as you got it. You had guys across the court that could have got to the rim. Now they get the ball back after a stop. Got to play D. Plummer's got it out high. There's a steal by Galloway. He got him. He dribbles it out of bounds. There's 4 points. We just give it up. We just gave back 4. Suck it up here, fellas. 1:41 to go. One more stop. You cannot let them have the lead back right now. You got to play D. Pick comes out. Coburn. Frazier goes around it. Frazier goes around all the way to the basket. Over cross court. Plummer's got it. He drives into the lane. Curbelo shoots it. No good. That should have been a shot clock violation. 3 possessions in a row that we should have 4 points and the ball. We have to score. Very good defense. We got a little bit behind on switches, but still covered it out. Plummer goes to the bench. You got to get dribble penetration here. Both teams only have 7 turnovers in the game. 1:21 to go. This game will be under a minute before we get up here. Woodson, don't use your timeout yet. You're going to need it. Galloway's got it out high, hands off to Fennessy. Fennessy goes around. Fennessy, it's time to make that play. There goes Xavier around the pick. He's going to get inside the line. He's going to shoot the 18-footer. No good. Curbelo with the rebound. He doesn't need to be shooting the ball. Pass, Xavier. Pass. You're a point guard. You're not Michael Jordan. Curbelo gets inside the lane. He gets it down to Coburn on the block. Out. Rotates it around. Somebody get in there and cut him off. And Underwood sees it and calls timeout. Fujita! Nice to see you, Fujita. Cannot take this last minute and a half. Two bad choices by Trey Galloway. Well, Trey Galloway and Race Thompson. We had 4 fast break points. We should be at 5, Creek. You're absolutely correct. But effectively, but here's the thing. Defense is why we're in this game. Defense has got us here. Keep playing it. Play your defense. Whatever happens, happens. 3 straight possessions without a score. It's coming. They're not getting called for any fouls. It's coming. Oh, my God, for sure. Race just was falling out of control. Curbelo saw it. Curbelo, what a – God, guy gets on my nerves. He's got it inside that. He's going to try to dribble penetrate. Feeds it into Coburn inside. And Coburn, they're going to foul him. They're not going to let him put it right up and in, make him earn it at the stripe. Here you go. Coburn is a 64% free throw shooter. He's 5 for 6 for the day. This is a double bonus 2-shot foul. First one is up, and he sinks it. I will. I would. I'm glad you finally got one, Mary. I just did 2 in the last month. Tie ball game. 33 and a half seconds to go in the game. Coburn has got a chance to put the pressure on. Free throw is up, and he sinks them both like clockwork. Clutch down the stretch. I do too, Fujita, honestly. Here we go, 25 seconds to go. Trace gets the ball, and there is going to be a foul, and Coburn is going to foul him with the 1-point lead. Trace has got to make free throws. I say that's actually a fairly smart foul. You guarantee you got the ball back with a chance to win. It all comes down to a couple free throws. Season winding down. NIT, NCAA. Which tournament do you want to play in? Plummer comes back on the floor. They've got their outside shooters back in the game. Curbelo Frazier running the point. Coburn underneath. Trace goes up for the shot. Buries it. One more free throw for Jackson Davis. 26 seconds to go in the game. Each team has a single timeout. I do not know which way the possession. And he sinks them both. Possession arrow goes to Illinois. Here we go. Curbelo almost loses the inbound pass. Comes across the timeline. 20 seconds on the clock. He goes around Xavier. Don't foul! Underwood takes a timeout. Xavier was getting – I'm sorry for yelling. Xavier was getting a little – bite your tongue, Shelby Lynn. Bite your tongue. I can make an argument for their resume right now. No bad losses. Starters, high minute players hurt all season long during key games. I can make a great argument, but let's not make arguments. No arguments. You come down here, you play defense right here, and you go to the semifinal of the Big Ten tournament, and you do make the NCAA tournament. Trace hit big free throws there because I have very little confidence in his free throw shooting ability. The foul bailed Indiana out because I don't like that play call. I wish they would run a different play because by the end of the game, the team's used to what you're going to do. Yeah, that quad 3 loss for Indiana is Rutgers. One quad 3 loss, everything else. Dude, that energy drink's pumping me up here. Adrenaline's high. I better not go read my blood pressure because I'd probably be scared right now. I'd probably have to go lay down. All right, here's the reset. Possession arrow, I think, is in Illinois' favor. I can't see it. 1 point IU lead, 15.3 to go. Curbelo, Coburn, Plummer, Frazier, and that other kid, the one that keeps burning me on threes. Hawkins. Ball's inbound to Frazier. He's going to drive. He gets inside, and he throws it out of bounds. Trent Frazier with the costly turnover when he goes on the kick out. A la Michigan yesterday, turns the ball over. We got the ball. We got to sink free throws. Free throws. Anybody that is not a good free throw shooter, you put on the bench right flipping now. Put them on the bench. Kopp is in the game. Kopp is immediately fouled on the inbound play. Kopp has sit for 6 minutes. 2 free throws here, and you can't lose the game. 2 free throws for your transfer from Northwestern that you had to have this year. All he's got to do is clutch up, make a couple free throws, and play defense, and you do not lose. You still got your final timeout. Don't take it. Hold on to it. Miller Kopp buried early 3 in this game. This is it. This is the moment right here. And he missed it. Here comes Curbelo driving to the basket. No good. Trace has got it, and he's going to be fouled. Kopp tried to give it away, didn't he? He hard-rimmed it. Trace Jackson Davis, 2 seconds to go. You need to make these free throws because you do not know what's going to happen. Make them. No timeout here. Just get up there and shoot them. Don't break that rhythm. Come on, Trace, sink them. Let's put the talks of the NIT away. Let's get us back to the NCAA tournament for the first time in a long time. Cement your legacy, young man, Trace Jackson Davis. Sink a couple free throws right here. Score the last 4 points of the game. And let's send us into Saturday with a chance against Purdue or Rutgers. Here we go. 1-1. First one is up, and he sunk it. Rolled it around the rim. Was a little bit jittery on the release. 2-point lead. Sink it, and you don't lose the game. Sink it, and you don't lose the game. Don't you dare foul. Don't you touch nobody. Hands up. Nothing past half court on the pass. They don't have a timeout. Don't let them burn it. Smoke it, buddy. And there, he's short off the rim. It's a long rebound, and Indiana has the ball. It's over. Ball game. IU wins 65-63. We're going to the semifinal on Saturday as a 9 seed. First time we've won 2 Big Ten tournament games since 2003. Legacy, Mike Woodson gets the win. It was a hard-fought victory today, all defense. I don't care that he missed the second free throw, the way that it bounced short off the rim. I'll take it. I'll take the win. Look for me this evening on here. We're going to do a post game. If anybody would like, I'm going to suggest it. That's absolutely the wins right there. And look, I'll probably do a little bit of a post game once I gain my composure and I go back and I think about this stuff for a minute. But you know what? For S's and G's, might be back in here tonight late to do the Purdue and Penn State game. I have a feeling that that's going to be something to see. But, you know, there's something to be said for the team. And Galloway just barely affected that shot by Curbelo. Curbelo gets the length of the court and puts up a shot. Dude, Creek, much love, brother. You can take a nap, Shelby. Yeah, they got the late game today. A lot of fun. A lot of fun, everybody, today. We'll do a little bit of post game. You know what? I got to say that I was really impressed with Trey Galloway, Rob Finney in off the bench. You know, Parker Stewart hasn't played well. Don't worry, Holly. My blood pressure is pretty good. That medicine makes sure of it. I don't think there is any way that we can be denied the NCAA tournament after today. Let me know what you think in the comments after I close the stream. Drop me a comment. If you guys want to come back in tonight and have some fun during a Purdue game that won't stress me out and I can just call it, maybe we'll do that just for the for the thought process of running multiple tournament games. Dabney, it's nice that we get to get out of here today on a good note. Thank you for stopping by. We've got a couple guys that have bailed on us because they just couldn't stand to watch anymore after that Rutgers game. But I'm going to close it. I want to thank you guys all for being here today. Holly, what did you say there? Hold on, what was that? The Purdue game is late. It's like a 9:30 game tonight. They play Penn State. Penn State's been playing well. Penn State's already won 2 games in this tournament. They started day 1. So I think they may be a little bit tired, but Purdue's got so many great weapons, and they're going to be good. Chris, thank you for stopping by, smashing that like. I appreciate it. You guys are all fantastic. Fun game today. We'll see what it looks like tonight. I might be back in here for that game. Definitely going to have a recap for today, and I'll see you guys very soon. Let you watch some video here on my fun stuff. I'm not done creating yet, but I have a lot of fun with it. Thank you all. Holly, I appreciate you. Go Kansas today. Where did it go? Oh. Wrong button. Shane, what's wrong with you? There it is.